last week we spoke to the EFF Deputy President Floyd Shivambu, and he said that on Friday various political parties spearheaded by the EFF would seek an audience with the Commission. Can you perhaps tell us about that meeting, how that meeting went, was concluded, if anything was concluded as yet, or if more consultation is still going to take place?
Indeed, we can confirm that the EFF has written to the Commission on behalf of several other parties requesting a meeting to converse about the possibility of a free and fair election in the current climate. That meeting is taking place on Thursday, the 22nd of April.
This Thursday.
Correct, this Thursday. And the Commission will hear what party leaders have to say and go into conversation with the party leaders. And if there are any decisions then that have to be made following that interaction, the Commission will probably retreat to go consider those issues and then give its position. Having said that, I think it's important that upfront we indicate that the Commission has little statutory scope in terms of postponing an election, because in the first instance it is not the Commission that calls an election, it's a different authority, is the Minister of COGTA, and the Commission will be constrained by the Municipal Structures Act that says an election must happen within 90 days. So if there has to be any substantial postponement, it does seem to us that it will require the intervention of Parliament by way of statutory amendments, and the Commission can't amend the law. Parties who are participating in the parliamentary process can.
Okay, so another question that I always ask when I come and see you, the date of the local government elections. I know that there is no date that's set, but in terms of consulting with the Minister of COGTA, Mamkosazana Dlamini Zuma, how far are those consultations? Because there's also a worry about the third wave, being imminent as well. So there's that aspect of concern from people.
Well, the minister is doing the work that she needs to do, and she indicated that as soon as those processes are concluded, she will be in a position to announce the date. We don't know when that will be. Matters are in her hands.
Okay. And then we all know that Freedom Day is looming, the 27th of April, and it'll mark 27 years of democracy. I mean, just, talk us through the transition from back then to now. And I mean, now we're faced with a situation where there's electoral reform as the IEC CEO, just that transition.
Look, Freedom Day, a very special day for most South Africans. It marked the day on which we were able, without reference to race, color, and creed, we were able to participate in the political process by choosing the political leadership of the country. And over the past 25 years, the Commission has done a lot of tremendous work to try to fortify that right, to ensure that it is not only constitutionally entrenched, but people can practically access the electoral process. And we've built a very strong institution in our view, an institution that has been able to withstand headwinds, an institution that is considered one of the best on the continent. So the next 20 years or so means we now need to embrace the new electoral system that has been discussed and ensure that it's implemented in a manner that places the voter at the center, because ultimately our work is to fortifying the position of the voter and placing them at the center of our politics. And that's what this commission is about.
Okay, and just lastly, back to the by-elections tomorrow. I mean, what could you tell the voters? What is required of them when they get to the voting stations, and what is needed from them to actually adhere to those COVID-19 health protocols?
The most important thing about those who are going to be voting tomorrow, please don't forget your mask or a face covering over your nose and mouth. Please don't forget to social distance on the queues. And please cooperate with our officials when they ask you to sanitize your hands. And also, importantly, don't forget your own pen. Because it is important that we don't exchange pens and by so doing contaminate one another with a viral infection.
Okay, Mr. Mamabolo, always a pleasure having you, and thank you so much for affording us your time.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it, IEC CEO, Mr. Mamabolo, talking to us about by-elections, also touching on the issue of local government elections and just a number of other issues. From me, Natasha Phiri, and Stelum Kize, it's back to you in studio.